take it easy on yourself. That is something I find that people in general are really hard on themselves. And I was very hard on myself. This is a really difficult industry, and there's a lot of rejection. Don't also add to the voices and reject yourself. You know, you've got to be your own cheerleader.
I'm here with Jessica Chastain. We're going to talk about as many things as we possibly can in the short amount of time we have. But we are going to talk about Martian, Ridley Scott's movie, of which you are the lead in and the heroine in it. Ridley has a long history of kind of these really strong female heroines. How was that for you, working with Ridley?
I mean, he really is a legend of cinema, and everything that you said about how he has redefined gender roles in films. Mm-hmm. I mean, Alien, that character of Ripley, was originally written for a man, and he changed it to a woman, and it makes the film so much better, I think, than it would have been.
Ridley saw you in Tree of Life, and he was obsessed with your performance in that. And
he never told me that.
Yes, he is quoted as saying he wanted to work with you. It was his goal to figure out a way to work with you. How would you say that movie changed your life?
Tree of Life changed my life in many, many ways. I mean, that was really the first introduction. That was my introduction to the industry. I remember walking down the red carpet in Cannes, holding hands with Brad and Sean, and how scary that moment was, and also how important that moment was. Right before I auditioned for Tree of Life, I was a complete unknown. And there was an audition for a film that Brad was going to do, and it was to play opposite him, and I was trying to get an audition, and then I heard back, we'll never cast an unknown opposite Brad Pitt. So I couldn't even go in an audition. I was like, oh, that's sad. And I then got, a few months later, cast in Tree of Life opposite another actor, and we were rehearsing, and the actor fell out, and then Brad Pitt fell out of that movie and came into ours. And I thought, in 4 months, it went from, we'll never cast an unknown opposite Brad Pitt, to now I am playing his wife. And I just could feel that something in my life had clicked in, that things had started to change. You have to do something every day to remind yourself that you're an actor. You can't wait for someone else to cast you to feel like this is my profession, and you can't put your life on hold. So every day I was doing things that made it feel like this is my profession. Even if no one was paying me for it. I was adapting Hamlet. I was doing all this stuff on my own. And I think that's really important to keep your creativity going. And everyone gets lucky at some point. So just as long as you're prepared when luck hits you, you're going to be fine. But just, keep the vehicle moving.
Mm-hmm. Well, there is a word now we use, like, he or she's Chastaining. It's like you're actually part of the Hollywood slang of someone.
Can we get that in the Urban Dictionary? Yeah, Chastaining?
We might be able to. That would be pretty cool.